So this is technically my third race of go-karting. My first in Las Vegas. My third overall. So I was given the lead car and I decided to do head cam because I wanted to post this on YouTube. So right behind me, that's my dad. And as you'll see in this race, there we go. And you heard my reaction. So this was the start of the first lap, I think. I could be wrong. So this race, and I let my dad by because I know he's faster. So I thought I could stick with him and see how well I could do. Now I'm getting used to these carts. So the second race, me and my father were actually like riding a clean race, but as you'll see later in the video, uh, that goes to shit because me being as the inexperienced driver, I made mistakes into consecutive laps. And I'd say I did quite a good job keeping up with my father. Making sure there's no one behind me. As me and my dad just drove off with this race. And then something happened where they slowed down the carts. I'm going flat out in most of this track. And I got a tighter line there, although it wasn't enough to keep up with my father. And I think this was my first mistake. Never mind, it was 2 consecutive laps where I made mistakes. So he's starting to pull away, as the more experienced driver should. He makes a mistake there, which allows me to catch, but I think right here is where my biggest mistake was. Yeah, you could barely hear me say fuck right there. But that was not the biggest mistake I made. Because this lap, or next lap rather, you'll see. Yeah, this was... Don't worry, I'm fine. Just a little shook after that. If I continue this, also, you can't see it, but they gave me the use brakes sign, because I did not use my brakes at all in that corner. That's why I went right into the wall. Now, this being my first race at this track, I made a lot of mistakes. Really, I'll have to check the results from the first race. So, I want to mention something after the race ends. Yeah, man. Man, the brakes are like tapping the brakes are it can be lethal. Like if you're not careful, you can fishtail, and that's why I almost overtook my dad. But then I made a mistake in which he got me back immediately. So the final results were my father got first, and I got third, although I was only overtaken by one person. The fastest lap was set by my father at a 26.3. My fastest lap was a 26.6. Only a point, only 3/10 of a gap between our fastest laps. And yeah, uh, that was really fun. And I might see if I can do the junior GP league, cause junior challenge GP league, cause that that seem that's gonna seem fun. And that's my first race done. Hope you enjoyed.